Girl, you know it's true. Guys, 15 years old. Man, where was the parents at, bro? Where was the parents at? Is all I'm saying. Where was the parents, man? Where was the parents? Where was the parents, man? Where was the parents at? Where was the freaking parents at? Is my question. I need to know where the parents was when all this was taking place. Cause if the parents was doing what the parents supposed to do, that shit would have never happened right there, man. A 15-year-old, where did he get the gun from? Where did he get the gun from? Where did he buy the ammunition from? Like all that shit matters, man. Those are questions. Those are questions that we gotta ask. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, right? One thing about me, right? One thing's for sure and two things for certain. Y'all already know I ain't gonna hold you long, but I'm gonna get on here and talk my shit, right? Because this don't make no sense, man. You got kids out here, young kids, man, 15 years old, getting their hands on weapons, on guns, on ammunition, and they doing a whole lot of bad things out here in society. And the first thing we do as people, man, we try to come down hard on these kids. Well, we got to look at the big picture. It ain't the kids, man. It's the parents that's allowing these kids to do what these kids are doing. They raising them the wrong way, man. So now, you know, listen, man, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I want to send my condolences out to the 5 people that was shot at the Seattle Food Festival this past week, man. I want to send my condolences out. Uh, Listen, man, you never want to see anyone get hurt, bro. But at the end of the damn day, man, you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. If we are not doing anything to try and prevent things of that nature or magnitude from happening, then guess what? It's gonna continue to happen. We gotta step up to the plate as parents, man, and do what we need to do to ensure that these kids are not victimized as such. We talking about the judge just ordered for this 15-year-old kid to remain in custody after the deadly shooting in Seattle at the food festival. Now you got the parents mad now. The parents are mad because the judge is ordering that their son remain in custody at the Juvenile Justice Center. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is this right here. Man, this man shot 5 people, bro. This man shot five people, man. You know what I'm saying? One of them is in critical condition. And the parents want to get mad and upset with the judge for not allowing him to get out. Let me tell y'all something. Let me share something with y'all. I'm done sharing this video. Let me share something with y'all, right? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, this kid shot somebody. What's going on, Miss B? What's going on, OG Kicks? This man shot somebody. This man literally shot somebody. Yeah. He shot not one person, but 5 people. And the judge is ordering that this boy remain in the juvenile justice custody, which is right. He need to remain there. Come on, man. What y'all talking about, man? Y'all people, man. Uh, man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I need y'all to come on in. I need y'all to come on in. I need y'all to come on in, right? Because here's the difference. Here's the difference. What I don't understand, right? What I don't understand is this right here. You have a kid, listen at me and listen at me good, right? And please don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. I'm going to be as direct as possible. We have a 17-year-old kid, correction, strike that, 15-year-old kid, which is a female. A female. We not talking about a male. This is a 15-year-old female. that opened fire at a Seattle food festival, shooting and injuring 5 freaking people. And the judge just ordered that she remain in the custody of the juvenile justice system. And y'all gonna sit here and tell me that the parents are right and they are justified because the judge won't allow their son out and they say he should be out? No, sir. We not going for that. Let me share something with y'all, man. Let me share something with y'all. Y'all need to know what the hell going on. Y'all want some commentary? I'm finna get it to you. That's right. The Seattle Food Festival food shoot was listen at this. Listen.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm Ryan Schmelz. We're heading out to Seattle, Washington, as officials are getting ready to give an update on that mass shooting.
Hold on.
That led to 3 people being dead, as well as several other injuries. Let's go ahead and take this live.
Man, come on now. Listen at this, guys. And get the likes up. I need you to hit the likes. Come on, woman, run your mouth. We ain't got time to be looking at your ugly ass. Talk. We want to update. Update us. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on. We don't want to look at your ugly ass. Come on. I'm finna fast forward it in a minute and get straight to it.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here today, and I'm sorry that we have to gather under such tragic circumstances. I'm going to share the basics of what we know, and after my remarks, Chief Scoggins and Chief Barnes will be sharing additional detail. Shortly after 6 p.m. last night, officers responded to the sound of gunfire. They were assigned to support Fight of Seattle and were on scene within seconds and took 1 suspect into custody. No police weapons were discharged. We believe that 2 people exchanged gunfire outside the Seattle Center Armory. 7 victims were caught in the crossfire with a possible 8th. Can you guess what it is?
Man, get this shit off of here. We don't want to hear this. Get this shit off of here. Get that shit off of the phone. We don't want to see nothing about that. We want to talk about this.
And again, Chief Scoggins will be providing more detail about the victims after my remarks. A 19-year-old man, a 44-year-old man, and a 56-year-old woman were killed.
Oh.
2 died at the scene, and a 3rd passed away at Harborview Medical Center. Official identification will come from the King County Medical Examiner's Office. The Seattle Police Department detained a 15-year-old juvenile in connection with the shooting. The teen was booked into the Judge Patricia H. Clark Children and Family Justice Center for investigation for firearms violations and first-degree assault. We believe this teenager opened fire in the crowd, but details are still under investigation. This individual will have a first appearance court hearing at 1:30 p.m. today. And again, we have not formally arrested anyone for investigation of homicide. We appreciate your patience, and we are releasing information when we can. Please remember that we are only 17 hours into this case. I know there have been a lot of questions about this, so I do want to briefly address the timeline last night. At Seattle Center, we had an active investigation ongoing, including continued search for a possible second suspect. SPD conducted a briefing with elected officials online at 9 p.m., including many people standing here today. We were advised that it was better for me and others not to be on the scene. Once it became clear that SPD was ready to brief the press, I, the governor, Congresswoman Jayapal, made our way rapidly to Seattle Center so that we would be able to be there to share that information with you all. What are we doing right now? So right now, this is an all-hands-on-deck response. Investigating this tragedy has been taken on by nearly every part of our police department. Our Human Services Department Victim Advocates team is working with SPD to support the needs of the victims and their families. And we are so grateful for their incredible work and dedication. Two victim advocates work alongside SPD detectives in the Violent Crimes Unit to help survivors navigate the criminal legal system, understand their rights.
Come on, get that shit off the phone.
To crime victims' compensation, among other resources. Community Passageways is reaching out to the affected families immediately and offering in-home support to help families to understand and navigate hospital, legal, victim support, and other systems. The organization is also convening an emergency meeting to assess the possibility of retaliation, identify ongoing safety concerns, and help the people involved to navigate those risks. Support is tailored to each family's circumstances. Our immediate priorities are to help families remain safe, reduce the risk of future violence, and make sure that they have practical and emotional support during the first days following the shooting. I want to acknowledge that this has been an especially tough week here in Seattle. Thursday night, there was a shooting near Aurora in North Seattle, again in Capitol Hill on Friday night, and now at the Seattle Center last night. While the police department continues their investigation...
Hold on, time out. A 15-year-old juvenile, a female at that, opened fire at a Seattle Festival food event, right? Killing 3 and wounding 4. But now they saying that there's a possible second suspect that could be potentially at large that had something to do with this incident. Now, when I think about this right here, you know the first thing come to mind? The DC sniper. That's the first thing come to mind, bro, is the DC sniper. That is the same identical type situation with him when he had that little young boy out there helping him shoot and kill people in Washington, D.C., man. Something is fishy about this situation. Something in the milk ain't clean. There is something that's telling me that there is an adult that's attached to this horrific shooting at this food festival in Seattle, Washington. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. If you've been paying attention, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen this come across your TV, right? Y'all probably been locked in and listening and paying attention and whatnot. Let me remind you of something. We have a 15-year-old, right? Listen at this right here. A juvenile, right? A juvenile. 15 years old, right? Firearm, assault rifle, right? I don't know how many 15-year-old kids can hold an assault rifle like that, but we know it's possible. We got them out there that's doing that, right? My question is, how did this juvenile gain access to this type of gun? And where did this juvenile get this type of ammunition that they used in the gun? Those are questions that I'm asking. I'm asking questions and I'm seeking answers at the same time. Because something is right. Who is the second person that was involved in this shooting? They saying that there is a possible second suspect. So in order for them to be saying that, then there is something that they know that they ain't telling us. And the peoples out there in Seattle, they deserve to in fact know if there's in fact a second shooting, because you never know. This could transpire yet again at another upcoming event that I'm pretty sure they have out there in Seattle. So that's what I don't agree with when it comes to, them not explaining that to the people. Let me tell y'all something. Get your bitch ass out of my live stream. Now, thank you. Anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Ignorant peoples don't have no place on this live stream. When we talk AR-15 does not have much, the 15-year-old will have no problem. Okay, I understand that, right? But my thing is, where did this female, this is a girl, bro, where did she get this gun from? Like, who provided this weapon and this ammunition? Who is this other suspect? They saying it was possibly potentially two suspects that was involved in this horrific shooting, bro. Like, it's so much stuff going on in the world right now. And the only way we're going to get down to the bottom, guys, we got to ask questions. Because we the people, we deserve answers for our questions, man. Because like I say, this could happen to anybody. This is very tragic. This has not happened in the state of Seattle in years, man. They said this is the first incident of this magnitude that happened in Seattle in the last 49 years, guys. So this is horrific. This is serious. This is part of history. This is something that's historical right now. And that 15-year-old juvenile, I hate to say it, but they finna make an example out of her. They finna make an example. I'm just the messenger. Listen, I am the messenger. I'm just here to give you what I know, right? It may not concern you. You may care less about what I'm saying. And I understand that. I get that part. You know, if that's how you want to feel, that you feel like that. But boy, this is what I'm telling y'all. If this shit is going to take place in Seattle, then guess what? It can take place exactly right where you at right now. It doesn't have to be in just Seattle. It can happen in New York. It can happen in New Jersey. It can happen in Alabama. We already know about the Boston massacre. We already see this is a continuational thing. And so for me personally as an individual, I like to get down to the bottom of things, bro. Because see, grandma used to always say, boy, when you find some trash in that milk, shake him up and look down at up under the bottom of that cup. Because when there's trash at the top, there's trash at the bottom. And meaning there are two people that's involved in this shooting at this festival food event in Seattle. It's not just that juvenile. That juvenile is accompanied by another person, and that person is an adult. That was a coward ass person that forced that little girl to go out there and do whatever they did. And they took flight. Let me tell you something. Me personally, myself, what I think should happen, I think that kid should tell who that guy is. Because, see, make no mistakes about it, it's got to be a male. It's got to be, and it could have been some sexually activity going on between the two. We would never know until we get down to the bottom of it. See, that's what you got to do. You got to get down to the nitty gritty of things, bro. We just can't take what the media say and just run with it. See, we got to do our own personal investigation because like Donald Trump say, the fake news and the fake media, they only going to tell you what they want you to know. They not going to give you the overall. They not going to give you all of the ism. They going to give you bits and pieces and this and that, so on and so forth, etc. So what we have to do, we have to lock in, guys. We have to lock in. We're going to find out when they find the second suspect. Messengers have a point, though. These gang leaders and their associates get kids to do that dirty work. I mean, like, here's the thing about it. Folks don't want to give me credit, right? They don't want to get, and I'm really not seeking credit. Because at the end of the day, I know what I'm talking about is true. I'm speaking real shit. See, I'm not going to get on here and advocate violence. I'm not going to get on here and encourage and teach your kids how to join gangs or how to shoot people or how to rob and sell drugs. See, I'm not going to do that. That's not my makeover. I'm totally different from that. I don't walk that life. You see what I'm saying? So if people are looking for that type of content or that type of commentary or whatever, then go find a YouTube channel that promotes and advertises that type of shit. Because I don't do that here. I promote and advertise the opposite. I'm about change. We want to see change. We want to see our kids do better. And we want these adults, listen at me and listen at me good. We want these adults to stop misleading and misguiding our youth, guys. That's what we want to do because, like I said right here, this right here, I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. Listen at this right here. I mean, it's right here. The truth is right here. Everything you need to know, want to know, or should know. Look.
Breaking news out of Seattle. Look. Police are looking for a second suspect connected to a deadly shooting at a food festival there. Authorities have taken one person into custody already. The shooting happened last night near Seattle's Space Needle. At least 3 people were killed and 4 others injured. CBS News' Bradley Blackburn has been following this story for us. Bradley, good morning. What happened there?
Errol, good morning. It happened just after 6 p.m. when that festival was still underway. Some of the wounded included a 39-year-old woman and a 2-year-old boy. They are in stable condition at the hospital, but this shooting has shocked the city after a festival with decades of history became the scene of horrible violence. Police officers combed the scene of a Seattle food festival overnight, searching for evidence just hours after the event near the city's iconic Space Needle became the site of a mass shooting.
It was like, and then it was like, bop, 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 bop. So I don't know weapons, but I guess it was like probably a semi-automatic, and then it was probably pistols after that.
The shots started just after 6 p.m. at the Bite of Seattle, a festival that draws more than 350,000 people every year, including many families.
I heard the shots, I seen one person, and then
then I seen two people fall, and then there's so many people after that were being worked on.
Victims were rushed to a nearby hospital, including an injured toddler. Overnight, police said they have one suspect in custody and are searching for another. They believe they were shooting at each other.
Thankfully, we had officers on the scene that were brave, went to those shots, and prevented more victims from being injured.
Police say the public is not at risk, but the city's mayor pointed the finger at the overall problem of gun violence.
We're coming off of a week in Seattle where we've had 3 major incidents of gun violence in just a few days. We have a lot of work to do as a city and as a country to make this better.
And Seattle police are now leading the investigation with help from the FBI and ATF agents at the scene.
Hold on, time out. Did this lady just say this is the second or the third incident back to back in Seattle? Did she just say that? Because if she just said that, that's right, maybe a conflict between gangs. But guys, listen, when you got problems, when you got beef with people, man, you do it on your own terms. You don't bring that shit to a public event like that. We had a toddler that was shot, a little baby. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Let me tell y'all something. Let me share something with y'all, right? And this is what I always tell people. I always tell people this right here. This is what I always tell people, right? I always tell people, if we're not going to get down to the nitty gritty of whatever's taking place or transpiring, then we don't need to speak on it or about it, right? Obviously, in this situation right here, right? You had 3 people that lost their lives, bro. 3 people that came out to have fun at this festival food event in Seattle, and they ended up going to the morgues. You had an infant that was shot. Luckily, the baby is in stable condition. What I'm saying, guys, everything that I'm speaking on and about now could be prevented. We need to start taking more affirmative actions, man, and meaning we got to get out here in these communities and we got to be hands-on, guys. It doesn't matter if that child is yours or not. If you see a kid out here that's going down the wrong path, and if you've been through some things in your life, let's pull them to the side. Because, see, what we have to do as adults and as leaders, man, we have to give these kids the opportunity to learn from our mistakes so they don't have to learn from their own. But if we're not leading by example, then we pissing in the wind. How can you expect for someone to follow you or to follow what you are saying and you are doing the same exact as they are doing? That doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. And now I'm sitting right here saying to myself, when is this going to stop? When are we going to put an end to this gang violence? When are we going to put an end to this drug activity? There is a lot of stuff that we have to work on. There's a lot of work that we have to put in our communities, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we have to continue to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? Our ways and actions have to coincide with that we manifest from our mouth. And when you're dealing with a 15-year-old, and then you have another suspect, from my understanding, that's large, the suspect that also participated in this tragical event. Let's just say if they were shooting at each other. It doesn't matter. You do not bring your personal problems or beef out to a public event, because you have innocent bystanders, not just adults, man, but we have kids out there, and we don't want nothing to happen to our youth, man. The kids are the future for tomorrow. And I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Let me show y'all something. This is just for as a prime example and for a perfect reminder, right? This is a perfect reminder right here. This is harsh, bro. This is bad. It gets no worse than this. A mass shooting is when 3 or more people are shot. 3 was dead, bro. 3 was killed. 3 was killed and 4 was wounded. Listen at this.
Gunshots sent people running for cover at a food festival in Seattle. By the time the shooting stopped Sunday night, 3 people were dead and 4 were wounded, including a 2-year-old child.
2 years old, man.
Describe the chaos.
I heard about, I'd say, close to 12. Sounded a little bit like firecrackers at first. It kept, took like, I'd say, a half a second pause, and I heard a lot more. I realized it was semi-automatic. Probably it sounded like a switch. I looked to my left. I saw at least one individual with a switch, semi-automatic. I saw another one that was 2.
It happened so fast. I took my inventory, a couple of my shirts, just wrapped around her because she was bleeding constantly.
I don't wish that on nobody. Seeing stuff like this, people crying, it's something that we come out here to have a good time, not having to fear for our life or anything,
Police believe the incident involves 2 people shooting at each other. 1 person is in custody, and the search for the other suspect continues at this hour. Assistant Police Chief Tyrone Davis praised his department's quick response.
Thankfully, we had officers on the scene that were brave, went to those shots, and prevented more victims from being injured. We have witnesses. There are witnesses. They're not coming forward. We need people to be brave, to reach out to us. You can do so anonymously.
Anna Schechter, who covers crime for CBS News, joins me right now. Anna, thank you for your...
I don't know why people don't want to come forward. I don't know why people don't want to step forward. Because I'm gonna be, if it was me, I'm gonna step forward. If it's me, I'm gonna step forward. They had glasses, so I know they be switching this, sawing the switch. Haters in the back, get the likes up. I know that's right. We need 4 more likes for 50 real fast. Listen, let me tell y'all something, right? The new generation doesn't care. They're brazen and they'll pull shenanigans in broad daylight. Of course they will, but it starts with the parents. Ultimately starts with the parents. This is the responsibility of us as parents, man. We got to do better than what we are doing. We got to ensure that our kids do not grow up and engage in these type of criminal activities in the streets. We got to give them something to do. So when you got these people out here running for mayor, they want to be the mayor over these towns and all this and that, the third, but you are not doing anything to give these kids something to do to keep them occupied. There is nothing that out here. There's no recreational parks. There are no recreational facility. There is nothing that these kids can rely on to help keep them occupied, especially through the summertime when they get out of school. So we just can't ultimately, even though we want to, we just can't blame these kids, bro. We cannot keep blaming the youth, bro. We have to take full responsibility and accountability as adults because we play a huge, significant role in the failure and the depture of our kids. It is what it is. Like for a prime example, we talking about a 15-year-old and another possible suspect, whether we know the age or not, at a festival food event, taking shots at each other, and you got hundreds of people, potentially thousands of people, out having a great time, and this happens? Who did the shooting? A 15-year-old girl, for one, is in custody. The other suspect is still at large. Why was the shooting done? I can't give you an answer to that. I can't give you any confidence because I don't know. I don't know why they were shooting at each other. That's what they're saying. Me personally, myself, I don't think they were shooting at each other. I think they were shooting together as a team. One got caught and the other got away. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, it is what it is. But let me tell y'all guys something, man. When I was 15, I would never shoot at someone like that. They need to be held accountable, blame the parents, or don't. At least that's what I say. At least that's what I say about the parents. Some people tell me the parents is not responsible. I mean, like at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out at what point. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out at what point and at what extent is the girl white? It's a white kid. Yeah, I show y'all. Y'all want to see a picture of her? Oh, I can definitely show y'all a picture of her. Come on in and get the photo. Come on, let me show you the photo. Come on in. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the photo too. If that's what y'all want to see. Let's go to the photo. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Watch this here. This is sad, bro. This is just sad. This is so tragic. People running for their lives. Look at this.
like stay here or like what? Okay. Yeah, I read them too.
Now that idiot right there is standing out there filming. That idiot is standing out there filming, right? Here's the difference.
This area was full of families and vendors. They were enjoying their day at the festival when all of a sudden there was gunfire. Everything is frozen in time on the site here right now. The vendor booths, they are empty, still full of food. Everybody went racing out of here, running out of here when they heard the gunfire.
Oh my God.
Overnight, a frightening scene in Seattle near the city's iconic Space Needle. A gunman opening fire Sunday evening, killing 3 people and injuring 4 others. The moment of the shooting captured in this live stream video. Get down, get down, get down, get down!
I'm being told that the suspect may have an automatic weapon.
What happened here today at the Seattle Center was an unbelievable tragedy and a horrific act of violence.
Police say just after 6 p.m., fire crews responded to reports of a shooting during the Bite of Seattle Food Festival at Seattle Center.
Anyone have a small child tourniquet size? Small child arm tourniquet.
Vendors set up and families enjoying the evening when gunfire sent crowds running for cover.
I thought it was fireworks.
People sheltering inside of buildings around Seattle Center.
We were trying to run away, once we heard the shots. Everybody kind of just started panicking.
First responders rushing to the festival, attempting to revive 2 of the people who were shot. But both of those victims ultimately declared dead on scene.
Oh
4
my
other
God.
people, including a 2-year-old, were transported by firefighters to a local hospital after sustaining injuries. One of them later died. One suspect has been taken into custody. This video appearing to show that arrest. Police say another suspect is still on the loose.
That was also involved that fled the scene, and officers began an active search for that person. We believe that there were 2 people shooting at each other.
As we were trying to flee, we heard like a big whoosh, right past our ears, and a bullet landed into the tree that was right next to us.
Ava Hendricks was at the festival with her family when the gunfire erupted.
It was very scary, and after the whole thing was over, and we were just waiting for the police to come, and we were just looking at each other like, how are we still alive? How did we make it through that?
And George, police tell us they still have a lot to figure out today, including finding that second shooter. They think the shooters were firing at one another. We just got an update from police.
Now
they
saying
those who died ranged in age from 19 to 56 years old.
they said what they are saying now, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. For me, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. For me, it does not make no sense. It does not make no sense, because at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong, right? Right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm going to tell y'all like this right here. I'm going to tell y'all like this here. Right. I'm lost for words, man. I'm lost for words. I'm literally lost for words. They need to start bringing out the military out for big events like what they have at Pennsylvania Station. The country and the world is at war. Send that kid to juvenile to 18, then send him off to the military. The shooter is a female. Yes, the shooter is a female. I need $150,000, but we can't settle right now. Got 50 cents. D Nice, get the hell up out of here. What the fuck is you talking about? Here we go. Here we go. We talking about people losing their lives on humbugs, and we got somebody coming in the chat talking and ain't making sense. Got to kick them out again. Well, I'm going to say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Uh, you miss what happened? When I end the live stream, come back and look at it. It'll tell you. Yeah, it'll tell you. Just come back and watch this live stream. Let me tell y'all something. Do you have an inside source? Appreciate you. No, I don't have an inside source. I wish I did have one. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to sit here and put two and two together and figure out like actually what's going on, because at this point, I was like, y'all, we are all lost in the sauce. Everybody's lost in the sauce. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I do not know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. Can anybody help me with that? I will keep in my prayers. Oh, you will? Nolan Wells, they saying he died on the boat because of the 911 call for help when the boat was in trouble. I don't know. I don't know about that. I can't speak on it. I don't know. That Nolan Wells situation is different. You know what I'm saying? But what we talking about now, man, like we really got to get down to the nitty gritty and to the bottom of the situation. And if y'all don't mind, could you please hit the like button? If you don't mind, if you enjoying the time and the energy that I'm giving y'all, on this live stream, if you can hit the like for me, I would definitely appreciate it. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Richard, he drowned. Oh, did he? I didn't know that. I didn't know he drowned it. No, I don't know if the other person was a female or not. Yeah, I don't know if the other person was a female. Let's keep this about Seattle. Exactly, Thomas. Right, Seattle. We're not talking about nothing outside the scope of that. Oh my God, man. So there go my Zelle. There go my Zelle pin at the top. All those people, somebody know. Oh, of course, Cam, somebody knows what happened on that. But yeah, but see, that just like, the Seattle incident. Like the man said, people know what's up with that. They get in those people because that girl voice is heard saying, is he dead? Is he dead yet? Yeah, you're right. The voice is heard. They are asking. But this Seattle festival food shooting event, man, that was different, bro. Like, you got a 2-year-old barely survived. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell y'all it's crucial, boy, it's crucial. It's crucial right now. We got to do something about this. We got to step up to the plate, bro, and ensure that this don't happen anymore in the future to come. That's what we got to do as people. We got to step up to the plate and ensure that this shit do not happen anymore for the near future to come. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. They was on demon time to start some bullshit at a citywide event. Yeah, ban guns, ban. They need to. They need to ban guns. Please help donate for a good cause. The cash app is pinned. We are most at the point of getting the car. Thank you, Miss B. You right. Guys, just for the ones that don't know, I have been on here for the last couple of days trying to generate donations. I'm like 200 and some, like I think it's we 190. We're $190 away from getting my vehicle fixed where I can go ahead and possibly start working a new job. So if y'all would like to donate in towards the 190 bucks, I have the Cash App pin down at the bottom, and I also have the Zelle pin at the top. So if you don't have Cash App, there is Zelle. If you have Zelle and don't cash, they either are. So I definitely appreciate all the love. Chaz that to defend cops to this. Y'all lost. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I want justice. I want justice for everybody that was affected by that shooting at that food festival event in Seattle. I want justice for the 3 people that died, and I want justice for that 2-year-old kid that was shot. Luckily, the kid survived, but it doesn't matter. Had no business taking a bullet for something that that kid did not have anything to do with. And like I said, if it was gang activity, guys, handle y'all shit on y'all time somewhere else. Don't bring that shit to no public event where you got peoples out there having a great time living their lives. Don't do that, man. What is the point? What is the purpose? Bad people don't give up about gun laws. That's true. But listen, Zelda the cash and catch everybody up. What do you know? We all are lost on. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something like this right here. Gun violence, gang violence is not new to people, bro. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on, but we as people, we got to do something about this. We got to put a stop to it. Now is now or never. Are we gonna put up or shut up? Are we gonna cloud up and rain or cloud up and not rain? Gangs don't give a fuck about laws or your feelings. I know they don't, Thomas. I know they don't. But what's so ironic about it is you got these people out here running around like they tough, but as soon as they get jammed up, they start snitching like bitches. But you tough though. You hard, you a gangster when it's time to pull the trigger. But when they put your ass behind them motherfuckers steal those, motherfuckers start crying like bitches and start snitching and start telling everything. That's why I don't respect it. No, sir. Listen, one thing about it, they say you don't knock nobody for what they do, and I don't. But I never needed 1,000 people to validate myself. I don't need to run with 1,000 motherfuckers to validate myself. No, hell no. For what? For what? What is the point? What is the purpose? I mean, Thomas, that's good. I don't like to go to events and stuff like that, man, but bruh, y'all get them likes up, man, and that Cash App is paying, bro. We're $190 away from getting my car fixed in its entirety. We are literally $190 away from getting my car fixed in its entirety. Please donate to the Cash App, to the Zelle, or to the Zelle pin at the top. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Let's get this thing rolling, boy. It's time to go to work, baby. It's time to get that job. It's time to flat-foot get it, baby. So what are we gonna do? Barbecue or mildew? What are we gonna do? Barbecue or mildew? What are we gonna do? Because like I said, at the end of the day, blessings. Hey, Miss Yvonne, like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's always something that's going on in the world that can be prevented. Only if the parents step up to the plate and be parents and not friends. To be parents and not Black Superman, he is an honest day's work. Hey, man, listen, I'm going to tell you like this right here. I done did my part. People do a whole lot of talking about what they want to do, what they wish they can do, what they should do. Let's start. We are the solution to the problem. Man, I'm glad I have no kids. I could have been there, and that could have been my child. Now, I'm going to say something, right? It's a blessing to have an offspring. It's a blessing to have a kid in your life, right? So that kid can carry on your legacy, right? Let me see how I can say this without rubbing anyone the wrong way, because certainly I don't want to do that. Here's the deal. Here's the situation. People got to understand, right? Thank you, Miss Brown. People got to understand If we do not start taking affirmative actions, right? Listen, and I need y'all to get the likes up. Come on, if you can't donate to the Cash App or to the Zelle, I need you to be hitting the like button. Like, this is real shit. Like I said, we not talking about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and all that bullshit. That we don't do that on this channel. We talk reality. So if you can't donate, I respect that. I understand that. But I need to always be a perfect reminder to let y'all guys know the like button is free. When I tell you it don't cost you nothing to hit that like button, that bitch don't cost nothing. That motherfucker is F-R-E-E. I'm talking about all 4 capital letters. And that shit spelled free. So if you don't mind, if you's a Trump supporter, if you support this Donald Trump platform, hit the like button. I need all my MAGAs to hit the like button. I get it. I haven't been talking about, politics here lately. Gotta switch up sometime, guys. We just can't. Everybody don't get into politics. Everybody don't want to hear about politics. Some people want some shit different. Choose wisely. The problem is the vote in public. Many are transplants from deep blue cities. There is no solution other than not being a target to any of it in Seattle. Now, Thomas, I hear what you're saying, and I'm not knocking you for that. No, sir. I am not knocking you for what you just said. If that's how you feel, my brother, then that's how you feel. It's who raised the children. You know what? 777, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you just saved the day. You just saved the day. It's the ones that's raising the children, bro. I can end the live video just off of that right there. I can end my live stream right now and be content and happy with where we at right now. Because you just said a mouthful, brother. You just said a mouthful. You just changed the whole. You gave them what they needed. And that's what I be talking about. That's what I be saying, bro. But when I speak like that, it goes over a lot of people's heads. Because people are so used to coming on these YouTube platforms, live streams, and hearing people talking about, I'm about to slide on my op, I'm about to murk this Negro and this. See, that's what people are used to on YouTube. People are so used to that, man. But you know what? You got to change. You got to refrain from that shit, man. Life is bigger than that shit now, bro. Like, folks are tired of packing up funerals. People are tired of packing up churches. People are tired of that shit, man. People want to see something different. People want to see change. That's what people want to see. People want to literally see change. And change is an inner process. I can't change you. I can encourage you to want to change, but that change ultimately starts within yourself. And that's what we got to preach. Each one reach one, each one teach one. And I'm cool. I'm cool if ain't nobody hitting the like button, bro. Because deep down inside, I know I'm speaking real shit, regardless. And that's what people got to realize. You don't wait for someone to validate you. You validate yourself. You validate yourself through your speaking, through your ways and actions. And that's what I do. In spite of my current, what I may perhaps be going, I don't care about that. YOLO, what's up? Long time no see. Peace. Y'all gonna bounce. I appreciate your voice, man. Appreciate that, Thomas. I appreciate you for saying that. People don't appreciate me, bro. They don't. They don't appreciate me, bro. But you can sit here and support somebody that talks about negativity, talks about killing and hurting people, bro. Y'all can support that shit all day. Whether it's through these podcasts or through this music that these rappers are putting out, bro. Y'all support that shit. You break your neck to run in the stores to buy this stuff. You break your neck to get on all these. I got a song out right now called No Stress. No Stress. A hell of a song, bro. A great fucking song. Think people care about that? No. Want me to tell you why? Because the song is pertaining to positivity. Folks don't want positivity. No, people don't want to hear no positivity, man. Not nowadays. Folks want to hear you talking about killing the motherfucker. Because that's the lifestyle they live in. That's what they have been accustomed to hearing. Thank you, 777s. That's what they're accustomed to, bro. I'm telling you right now, if I was one of these other major podcasts or whatever, I would probably have 1 million motherfucking likes right now. But just because I'm not giving you what you want, but versus what you need, I don't get that type of love back. I just don't, man. And it's okay. It's all good. I ain't no need for me to get worked up about that. Worked up about it for what? Why should I do that? Why should I get worked up about it? The devil only has power over demons, but unfortunately, most, if not all of us, have demons. Yes, Cam, I agree with you with that. A lot of people do have demons that exist within them. They do. They most certainly do. But like I said, man, it's each his own. I'm getting ready to slide up. Just keep grinding. You already know, Ziggy. Guys, if y'all can donate to that Cash App, man, or that Zelle at the top, I only need $190 to fix my car totally. I got about 9 minutes left on here, man. If y'all want to donate anything towards that cause, I appreciate it. Oh, Cam, I understand what you were saying, brother. I do. I really do. I really do understand what you were saying. I mean, I'm not knocking you for that. That's one thing I don't do is knock somebody for expressing how they feel about certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all need to know what we don't know. We all need the truth, man, because you know the old saying the truth sets you free. So sometimes we got to talk about stuff. We got to be willing to step outside the box. You know, that's like when it comes to God. I'm a God-fearing man. I can't speak for nobody else, but I know for as myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, true story. True story. Now, come on, guys. Let's take the time out. Let's take the time out to go ahead and start donating. Whatever you can donate, go ahead and start donating. Moderators included, if you can. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. This is the second live stream for the day. I'm going to leave the link in the description, just in case if you guys want to go back and watch the story yourself. I will have the link there for you to do so. Yeah, the truth can definitely get you locked up, brother. You right about that shit. Now, I ain't gonna knock you on that. I ain't gonna knock you for saying that, because you are absolutely right. The truth definitely can get your ass locked up for shit show. Yes, sir. Yeah, it can. Yeah, I came in late. I definitely need to see some details, but for now, smells like, hey, it's fucked up, man. That's all I can tell you, bro. It's a cold situation. You know, one that I really didn't actually want to come on here and speak about. Uh, uh, I've literally, I've literally done my part. Oh, my audio is down. Can y'all hear me better now? Can you hear me better now, Miss B? Can you hear me better? Okay, appreciate that, Corey. Appreciate that, Miss Siobhan. But yeah, I'm about to slide off. I'm about to get off live. I just like literally want to come on and share what I shared with y'all. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't want to hear positive talk. I get that part. You know what I'm saying? Please instead to a good. Please donate and to. Yeah, I appreciate that, Miss B. I've asked them to kind of like, you know, if they can donate to help out a little bit. You know, since I don't need but $190 now to get the cost squared away. I was hoping maybe some people could come in and donate in towards a good cause, but obviously, I guess this is not the type of audience. I guess I'm not good for it, so I'm not gonna, you know, keep pressing it. Just leave it alone, and you know, and just keep doing what I do. Oh shit. Mm. Yes, it is hot. It's hot in this car. Yeah, Miss Siobhan. You know, it's a process, man. Don't nothing happen overnight. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. Uh, you know. But at least I can say we had over 19,000 people to tap in with us. Um, you know, I definitely appreciate that. You know, that's awesome and amazing that I was able to reach almost 20,000 people on a live stream under an hour. That to me, that's awesome. Um, you know, so I'm gonna leave it just at that. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Miss B. Thanks for encouraging the people to hit that like button. Thank you very much. Awesome. Can anyone help donate for a good cause? The Cash App is pinned. Thank you very much, Miss Brown. I like that. I like you encouraging the people to help donate. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm kind of tired, guys, but whew. Yep, Miss Brown, you are awesome, man. I definitely, like I say, I appreciate all my moderators. I appreciate you even more, though. You know, you and your husband always are there for me, man. I appreciate it, bro. You just don't know. Yep. Let's see what we looking like so I can go ahead and end this live stream. Let's see what it's looking like. Excuse me, guys. This heat got me tired, bro. Vote blue. I hear you, Robert. I hear you encouraging people to vote blue, brother. Thank you, Miss B. Thank you very much. Yep, appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm almost I'm finna jump off of this live. Bless you too, Robert. I'm about to hop off of this live and I will see y'all guys again shortly later on God's willing. Um, you know, like I said, I'm $190 away from getting this car fixed, man. So just trying to give y'all guys a heads up. Like I said, if you want to donate, donate. You know, there's no obligations, obviously. So until then, y'all stay tuned and stay blessed. Miss B, as per usual, I appreciate you. You, Miss Siobhan. Um, all my moderators that was on, if it was some other than y'all. Cam, good conversation. Pretty much the whole entire chat, man. You know, I appreciate y'all guys. And hey, let's go back at it a little bit later on. Peace out. Whew. Boy, it's hot. Oh, boy, it's hot. What I'm gonna do? It's hot. No AC, no nothing. What am I gonna do? Can't stand this. Whew, what's that? I'm still on now?